Hi Simmers, I'm Simmy V. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome boom. So guys, this is my furry sim and her name is Faith. So we about to get started and we going to go in Innisgreen. So welcome to Innisgreen. That's Enchanted by Nature. We have Everdew, Castle at Moor, and Spruceberry Grove. First we're going to head to Everdew, where we have three special plants: arrow blossom, moody shrub, and lightning root. Sims can obtain emotion potion from moody shrub and arrow petals from arrow blossom and lightning leaves from lightning root, which are useful for apothecary as well as completing fables, which I'll talk about that later. You can plant your own everyday plants with special plant seeds through foraging, fables, and trading. Seeds only found in Innisgreen neighborhood like Everdew, Coast of Amore, and Spruce Dairy Grove. But you have to have level 7 in natural living skill to find those special seeds, and having good luck improves your chances of finding it, while bad luck makes it less likely, of course. Fairy Sims can cleanse in nature with these three special plants. The moody shrub a sim can bottle emotion from also changes its mood. When a fairy cleans in nature, they will leave fairy dust behind. And Aura blossom you can change just like moody shrub, except the aura blossom you can change the aura of it. Next, we have the teleporter stone that will teleport you to Southern Glade, Forgotten Grotto, Measure Round, Sit Sound, and Makrabi Peak. But to teleport it will cost you one simoleon fairy dust. In the middle of Everdew, we have the Mossville Fairy Hub, where you can collect fairy dust, investigate fairy court documents, learn about Everdew, research how to become a non-occult. Only fairy sims can do that. You can use Mossville Fairy Hub toilet and also sponge bathe in the bathroom. It's also a rabbit hole, but it's helpful. In front of Mossville Hub is also a small fairy home where fairies can regenerate emotional force through a dance party, and non-fairy sims can also join outside, while other fairies can just join. Fairies also can take a bath and sleep inside. Afterwards, they can shake the fairy home for fairy dust to collect. Also, fairies can collect dust from brushing themselves off. Fairies can also shrink into trash can, cabinets, and etc. to fulfill their fun. Infant fairies will not have wings, including toddler and children fairies. They can only have wings once they are a teen. Or you can make it invisible if you don't want it to show. Also, it have a new home lock trait called Fairy Passive. Fairies will frequently visit. If your sim have a fairy bassinet, it's a fairy baby. Come in 13 pretty swatches. Sims can be infected with these 8 elements: creation, impulse, emotion, void, gnome lure, greeny meanie, luck, magnet, burning passion, simoleon fury, and sonic silences. In front of Mossville is a fairy home, and on the side of the fairy home is a small apothecary station, and on the side of that is a area of fairy dust is always at on the ground. Behind Mossville is the enchanted waters called Moondrop Springs, where you can bask in emotion, bottle Springs emotion potion, ask Moondrop Springs how it's feeling. It changes every day, and you also can become a fairy and non-fairy here. You can bathe here and any other water. Your sim will change into their bathing suit. Fairy sims can gently shoo away pixies, while regular sims chase them away by spraying, and they also can be attacked by pixies. Pixies always come around your plants, so just be careful. These are fairy abilities, which is manipulation, emotion, nature, and customization. And these are the elixirs, element cures, emotion potion, and 3 other items you can craft at the apothecary table. Don't forget to always read anything you collect. It'll always be in your handy dandy notebook. By Moseville, you'll see this fable board where the mystical fairy Zala Amani always be standing. Click on View the Fable board to find the 6 local Fabulists Sims. It will tell you where they located and you can ask for requests for them and receive a reward. How to ask them, you go to friendly, more choices than stories. Now we have Karen is a fairy counselor liaison. She only can be found in Everdew, while Zella Amani can be found in Everdew and some at the Fairy Ring and Spooseberry Grove. Now we will be going to visit Glenn Noam. He's a gnome enthusiast and coast of Atmore. He will be found by this giant gnome. If you zoom out, you'll see this colorful house in the fable board where you will meet Joe Trader. And now we're on the way to meet Todd and Tinberry, where she is Spooseberry Grove. He will be located at the end of the road, so he's not that hard to find because just go to the end and you will see him right there. And now we have the last one is Spruce Almighty. They will be like right in the middle of the garden. It's just right by Todd. When you summon them, they will close their eyes and they will show up. Handsome, handsome, handsome. Spruce Almighty. Just handsome. But anyways, you can ask all these 4 questions if you want to like, get some background to have information. But yeah, so I had really just want to know about like really the gnome, and it's about the plant sim. Which it says you want to know about gnomes? Of course you do. They're great, and I'm not just saying that because gnomes are my buddies. Gnomes were my second creation garden pals, and much like myself, they used to be enchanted all the time until someone put an end to it. Not to name names or anything, but it rhymes with some mother's nature. Anyways, now you need to enchant gnomes with fairy dust if you want them to help out. Some of them might call it a bit evil, but they're mostly really helpful. So y'all already know they was throwing shade at Mother Nature, his ex. Okay, so let's read about plant sims. It's a plant sims were my first attempt at creating life. A gift I planted for Mother Nature. Pretty neat, right? Anyways, I guess I'm not quite as powerful as her. So plant sims don't stay that way forever. That's fine, I guess, because it makes the times when they are plant sims all more spiritual. Try asking them about the forbidden fruit if you're curious. Let's meet Mother Nature. You can go to your computer and press more options and then order and then purchase fairy seeding, which costs 750 or 758 simoleons. And then after you purchase it, you will get a pop-up saying, you purchase this in your inventory, and you can plant the seed outside on the ground, but do not grab the seed from your inventory. That's my mistake. Be aware that if you put it on the ground, sometimes you cannot pick it back up and put it in your inventory, but you can just put it in your inventory and just click the ground and just plant it from there, or you can use a planter box. Once you plant the seed, poof, there go Mother Nature. So you can click her, and then you will click on fairy and remove fairy essence wherever if you a fairy. And if you're not fairy, you will click on her and you will ask her like, to become a fairy or whatever, like you want to become a fairy and stuff like that. And then you will have to go to the enchanted water, which that's moved drop springs. And then yeah, you become a non-fairy and fairy there once you talk to Mother Nature and she does what she gotta do. So we're gonna head to Modrop Springs right now to make my fairy sim a non-occult. So she's not gonna be a fairy no more once she done with this. Okay, here we go. We could go relinquish fairy incense so she can pour it in the water, and then she gonna become a non-fairy. And then also, when she become a non-fairy, you also have the option to change her form like a regular sim. So yeah, but I think she can keep. I think you had to keep her ears or whatever, but you can change everything else about her and Cass. But yeah, I decided to change my girl up because maybe I want to play her not being a fairy. So I did just created her looking the way that she was a fairy before, so she know everything about fairy, but she not a fairy anymore. So I did save her in my gallery just because I want to play her as being a non-fairy and stuff like that. So yeah, so I have a fairy of her and a non-fairy of her. So yeah, I'm just creating her in the gallery. I mean, creating her own cast, and that would be it. So I hope you all enjoy this video. I know it wasn't like a gameplay actually, but it was like I just wanted to show like everything in Everdew and show the fabulous um special fabulous Sims and stuff like that. Like I wanted to like Spruce Almighty, Glenn Gnome, Todd Entenberry, Zella Amani, Joe Trader, Karen. Like all of them. I just had want to show them in Innisgreen. So yeah, so I hope y'all just enjoyed this video. And hopefully y'all learned just a little something from this video. But Faith had maxed out her abilities, well, her fairy abilities. And when you come a non-fairy after you was a fairy before, you can keep your abilities. That's one of I was testing out, so that's good. So you can keep all your abilities and everything. I thought maybe it would glitch away or anything like that, but she still got all her abilities and everything. So yeah, so I hope y'all have a wonderful day and thank you all for tuning in. Bye bye.